I was just sitting here thinking about life, my life, God, the universe, and all that is and is not. And I believe that everybody that make it here is on a soul journey. I believe that if you're here now, you've been here before. Nothing is coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. And I believe we have a soul journey. Like there's something that we all here to do. Something that our soul, our spirit needs healing from. Maybe from the last time or the time before. And that's what our purpose is in this life. It's to heal our soul, to build our spirit, to grow, and make the world a better place. I was thinking about one of my main focuses is self-control. I had to be honest with myself. I had to really look at myself, look at my patterns, look at my thinking, look at my behavior. Everything. And be honest. I have no self-control, or very little. Now, I've worked on it, and I've put so much attention towards it and effort towards being able to control myself and being able to discipline myself. So what if I come from poverty and most of my family operates from a poverty mindset? And so what that, you know, my dad pretty much chose the streets over me, the club over me, the game over me. So what? My mom did the best she could and still doing it. Accepting and taking accountability for myself. You know what I mean? These people did the best they could. They loved on me, and I love where I come from, and I'll never forget where I come from, ever. They started on me. I'm from the Midwest. A lot different in the South, for sure. But when I start being honest, taking accountability, taking inventory, and being willing, courageous. Because these things that I do have, willingness, willpower, the courage, the strength, the confidence, and just conviction. The fight, power, and intuition, insight. Just the way God made me, it just kind of like confuses me sometimes. It's like, you know what I mean? And that's what I talk about getting to know myself, and I talking about getting to know God, and I talk about all these different things because it's important to recognize these things, and it's important to acknowledge what is and what's not, and you know what I mean? Accepting the things that, I'm not so good at, and accepting the way God made me. He made me like that because that's exactly how he wanted me. He made you the way he made you because that's exactly the way he wanted you. I believe that even though we flawed, we still perfect. They say ain't nobody perfect. We all perfect. We all was made in the likeness and image of God. We all flawed, which is perfection. And it's beautiful, man. Because, like, okay, what would life be like if we was all perfect? What would life be like if everybody was the same? Everybody talked the same. Everybody walked the same. Like, it would be no fun, dude. Like, it would, like, if nobody was flawed, if everybody was just perfect and just, like, it would be fucking robots. Like, literally. That's how they want us to be. Like, they want everybody to do what they, like, you know what I mean? That's why certain rules in place to keep you controlled. That's why certain rules in place to keep you stuck, stagnant. They don't want you to have self-control. You know what I mean? They don't want you to know how to think and be free. These are things that I'm actively creating in my life today. Freedom, sovereignty, peace, and free will. You know what I mean? I've demonstrated that I have self-control. You know what I mean? I got a couple thousand saved up, a couple thousand in my savings. But in my checkings account, where the money's coming in, I'm spending it on food, and I'm spending it on this and that, which I also stopped smoking cigarettes, which is another great demonstration of self-control. I have urges to use drugs, weed, shrooms, dope, even drinking alcohol, even though I don't like it. But I stopped myself, and I've demonstrated, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't get drug tested where I live. I live in a sober living house. We do not get drug tested. I could get away with it, pretty much whatever, you know what I mean? Especially if I could, but missing the point. I could move out if I wanted to. I could, go get my own spot right now, but God's telling me not to. God telling me to stay right where I'm at and keep demonstrating and operating and staying consistent and persistent on my goals. You know what I mean? Stay uncomfortable and stay reaching. Keep reaching. And that's what I'm gonna do. a few other things, and you know what I'm saying. You know, waking up every day, talking to God first. First words out of my mouth is thank you, God, for waking me up this morning, and meditating. I've been sticking to that, and I'm gonna stay faithful on that for the rest of my life. I'm gonna wake up and go straight to God, no matter what. Everything I need to be successful, God gave me. It's already on the inside of me. Everything I need, I know how to do. It's just I have to do it. I just have to keep connecting with God. And also, I had to learn, and reading this book, he was talking about letting go. You know, reaching goals, we can have too much control about how things gonna fall in place, and you know what I mean, too much anxiety about getting there, but it's when we let go. Hold on, let me read what he said. He said, I think when people put pressure on accomplishing their goals the perfect way, they often don't achieve these goals. Successful people know to have internal flexibility and grace for themselves instead of beating themselves up over not being enough. Above all, you need to know to give yourself permission to step up, step back, step aside, or take whatever steps you need to in your journey to greatness. And then before that, he was like, he said, I seldom struggle to tackle a new challenge. I'm usually raring to dive in right away. Where I tend to struggle is giving myself permission to slow down or adjust my approach to achieve a goal. For example, I felt a lot of guilt about this book when I didn't get it done as quickly as I had planned. It took me a while to realize it was okay to push the deadline, that the priority was making it great and not necessarily making sure it fit my self-imposed initial timeline. When I took the pressure off myself, I became more excited about it. And that's what kind of inspired me to make this video. And because that's kind of like what I'm going through, especially like with the diet thing. It's like, yeah, I've been doing pretty good. Like I went like pretty much like a whole week without eating no meat. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily trying to go full vegan, but you know, I'm just trying to, well, no, I'm going to improve my diet and my eating habits and what I'm eating. I'm gonna eventually lean more towards a frugivore, fruit and vegetable only diet, and walk into my dream body and sculpt my dream body and build my dream body and have self-control over what I'm eating, what I'm putting inside my body, and what I'm consuming, and focusing on my health and becoming as healthy as I can. I'm about to be 27 years old. These things that I have to focus on now, my health, looking at the long term, because that's another thing I became aware of. Like when I was younger, dog, I was so ruthless just with my body, bro. I just was like, beat myself up so bad that I'm just paying for it now, you know what I mean? And that's why it had brought to my attention. It's like, dude, you was just so careless and so, and every time I hear, like I used to hear people say, especially older people, like, take care of yourself, take care of yourself, make sure you're taking care of yourself. That hit different now, especially, you know what I'm saying, that I'm at this age. And I can appreciate when somebody say that, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Now I think about it, I probably haven't heard anybody say that in a while, and I probably should start telling people that now too, you know what I mean? Now that I think about it. So, yeah, if you make it this far into the video, appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Thank you. I love you. God bless you.